we are doing a chill Slay the Spire stream. Let me double check that my mic is working well. Yeah, this is decent. Pretty quiet, but can't do much else. Okay. What's the daily? Nah. Seems... Yeah, I don't care. I think we're just going to do some standard A20 runs. We'll just cycle through characters right now. Ironclad. Okay, 1 HP elite, or 1 HP rooms. Have a pretty solid shot getting the first elite on the right, maybe the second, but that is a double shop, which is kind of not worth. Lose all gold. If I go for this middle elite, is there any... It's only 2 elites, though. I kind of want to get 3. I guess I could do... No, because that's still wasting a ton of gold. Not doing this, not doing this. So it's between these. I think this is just the better choice, even if it means I have 1 wasted shop. Yeah, getting potentially 2 relics early on, essentially for free, is really good. Do I want to remove, or do I want to add dramatic entrance? Or disarm, actually. For sale? And it's against that boss? Disarm's not bad, right? Like, it works really well. Reducing stuff, it kinda fits better over... Like, I have no direction in my deck, but Disarm's just one of those cards that's always good. Could also grab Dramatic Entrance, but I don't think it's worth, especially with Whirlwind now. I think Disarm and remove a Defend is what I go for. Hope we get gold here. Awesome. Early Searing Blow. Is that ever worth it? How many campfires are here? Ooh. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100% we take the Searing Blow. We also get the double 1 HP, which is sick. Kinda don't want second Whirlwind. Inflame's okay if I want to go more for the Whirlwind side, but I kinda now want to go more on the Searing Blow upgrade side. Just because I can upgrade it as much as I want. Disarm also is like a decent upgrade right now. But Flame Barrier goes really well into this boss. It's a solid block card regardless. But I think Searing Blow is just like almost exclusively the upgrade I go for. Dude, this is insane. This is so good. I'm really hoping for like a Snecko or something at the end of this act. Toy Ornithopter. I am going to be kind of sacrificing my HP a little bit because of offering. Toy Ornithopter is always just solid enough anyways. Like, it gets you out of a couple of rough positions. There's a serious thing to talk about upgrading offering over Searing Blow. But if I get Searing Blow to even like +3, it just becomes so good. Bad draw. Oh well. I can take a little bit of HP. I am going to use this offering because I feel like I take less damage. That's really good. Good regen potion. Ghostly Armor's decent block, especially since I haven't grabbed any... Disarm and Flame Barrier kind of mean I don't need to take this, but at worst, I just let it die at best, it keeps me alive for longer. Because it's essentially playing 2 defense or a flame barrier for half the price. Body slam way too early. Don't have a lot of ways to make a ton of block. Iron wave, just not enough damage or enough block to be worth. Like, cool, I have a strike and a defend at the same time, but the only thing I'm considering here is ghostly armor. I think the only reason I take it is because I don't know what this upcoming elite is. Upgrade Searing Blow again. We're at 27 damage. Guaranteed fight, or I'm gonna do this. Might be worth. Feel No Pain is really good, especially with Disarm, Offering, and Ghostly Armor already in my deck. This also is looking like if I can get Corruption, like a good Corruption deck, which makes me want to take this Feel No Pain even more. So I think I am going to take it. Clothesline. I'm not really struggling for damage because I've already gotten a lot of upgrades on Searing Blow. And weakness, like, it helps, especially with Disarm, but it's not insanely good. The only other card I should have thought about maybe a little more was Seeing Red, but I feel like with Feel No Pain, it's not really needed. I kind of want to get rid of this potion for maybe this Dex potion, maybe this Fire potion. But the 2 strength does help with Whirlwind over the course of the game, or over the course of a fight. I think I'm just going to keep what I got. Not really a reason to spend any other money. Okay, definitely use this here, because I can get most of my HP back. Is it worth proccing here? I think so, because I can do this, I can do this, bring all that back, boom, boom, hold on to Ghostly Armor, because it's probably going to be decent. And then, I just have to use Searing Blow here. And then Disarm gives me a little bit of block and removes 2 strength. Flame Barrier Strike, Ghostly Armor gives me most of the damage protection needed. And then just boom, boom. Kunai's solid. Not going to say it's great yet. I think this is either dual wield or skip. And I don't think dual wield's solid enough yet to take. I still have just so many strikes. I need to maybe prioritize a little bit more on getting rid of stuff. Okay. Is it ever Flame Barrier or Disarm as the upgrade? I don't think it's Disarm, because even doing -2 makes the multi-attack way less scary. But let me think. I'm either doing 16 damage when it attacks me, or what? Fucking, why can't I do basic math right now? 6 times 4, 24. I mean, 8 more damage is nice, but like another upgrade on Searing Blow is doing 7 more damage, and I'm more likely to have Searing Blow in more scenarios where it's useful. Is it ever Offering, though? Draw 5 is really nice, but I'm not really struggling for draw. Like, I have a very small deck right now. I'm not really needing anything else. So I think it is just the Searing Blow upgrade. Amazing turn 1. Do I keep Ghostly Armor? Or do I just prioritize a little bit of damage? I think I keep Ghostly Armor. I think it is worth holding on to later. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, with the kunai, I should have thought about that actually. Kunai makes it a little less important just because my defense are a little bit better. It is still nice to have though. Okay, I think I just do this. I am gonna let Ghostly Armor go now. That's just good. If I pull Searing Blow, I just always use it. Because the amount of damage that I deal is just way too good. Especially for only taking 6 in return. And then next time I pull it, I just always kill. I likely don't even need it, but Searing Blow is so good when you get it that early and you get a ton of campfires. Okay, colorless potion. Let's think about this. Thorns, not really needed. Neither is the strength potion, so one of these probably goes. Strength potion, again, has a little bit more of a use just because of whirlwind. Thorns, I'm not really blocking for a ton ever, and fights aren't lasting long enough for it to really be necessary. Is Immolate a good card here? I do have Whirlwind, but this does more than Whirlwind at 3 energy, which kinda is a plus. I guess I should also consider Limit Break and Brutality. Limit Break isn't really useful at all, like I'm not going strength. Brutality, it does help me a little bit with draw, but I'm not really struggling for draw right now. Like, Offering is really useful. I do have bad, like, turn 1 draws still, but Brutality isn't going to help with that at all. As a matter of fact, upgrading it actually hurts it. I think I take Immolate. And then... Okay, well... Can't always win that, that Brutality would have been a lot better, because it would have been 2 draw for 1, but now I have to decide if I still want Cube. It's not Bing Bong, it's never Calling Bell. Do I take Dome, though? I'm not ever really caring that much what enemies are doing, but it does help knowing, especially going into Act 2. Act 2 has so many scary fights that Runic Dome, not being able to see enemy intents, does become a problem. Runic Cube still has synergy with Offering. If I get a... what's that card called? I don't know. It's the one that takes HP for energy. Like, it works with that. And I don't have a lot of block cards that full block yet, so I think this is just a play. Would have preferred Snacko. Snacko Eye would have been insane, but oh well. Right now, I feel like this is a solid enough deck as is. Do I ever take the Burning Elite? It is on a 3 Elite path, which is nice. The only 3 Elite path, actually. Directly after it, there's a decent pivot point for either that shop. Like, I can always heal and take the next elite or go to the shop. I have decent potions. These early fights shouldn't be too bad. If they are bad, I can always pivot early and just go to the fight on the left. So, I think I do take this. Dang, if I had one more energy, this would be so worth to go for Whirlwind, but it's not. So I think I just do that and that. Oh, it still would have been worth. I forgot I have the boot. Okay, well, one's dead. That's bad. That's really bad. That's annoying. Okay. Boom. 17. Okay, we take 5. That's fine. Okay. Not terrible. Could have been way worse. I need to start using my potions. My potion chance is still relatively high. Pummel. Good exhaust synergy. Decent if I get another strength, but again, I'm not really struggling for damage. War Cry's interesting. It lets me use Searing Blow on potentially better turns. Disarm, Flame Barrier, Ghostly Armor. I think Warcry's just a very solid card to allow myself to have better turns, better future turns. I just get the extra dex here, do a little bit of damage. This is going to be a fight that comes down to good Searing Blow usage, so... I'll put you on top. Is it worth taking a little bit less damage? Actually gonna use this, I think. Dramatic Entrance is good because it gives me a little bit of block. Jack of all trades, unironically, is also good for the same reason. Also could give me something better. Mayhem's interesting in this fight. Not really any cards that I would be opposed to having be played for me, so I do think I take that. I also get an extra energy this turn, which lets me use Flame Barrier. And that's the fight. Rupture. I don't think it's necessary. I only get, what, 1 strength for using Offering. Blood for Blood's interesting, but again, damage not a problem. The Searing Blow, solves that. Iron Wave Plus is interesting. Because that is essentially like a 14 damage swing. Which isn't as good as Flame Barrier being like a 16 damage swing, but it is still really good. It's better. I don't think I take it though. I don't want to blow up my deck. Cause ooh. I love Prismatic. It's such a bad card to take right now, but it is so fun. Shivs lets me have better kunai synergy. Watcher cards let me delete things. Especially, imagine if I were to get the... I can't think of what it's called, but the Watcher card that when you get a kill, it upgrades something that makes my Searing Blow potentially go absolutely insane. This Mayhem maybe would have been nice to grab, but alternatively, the safe play is probably power through, remove armaments, get a solid block plus damage card because it, lets me upgrade my Searing Blow mid-combat. And it gives me probably one more really good defensive card. And I still have enough to remove. So, I can get rid of one of these useless strikes or useless defense. It's never bludgeon, never blood for blood, never fire breathing. This is just so fun if I can get a good synergy. But obviously, okay, I gotta think about it this way. What fights upcoming does this deck right now if I don't find any good cards for the rest of this act, can I still finish this act? I think that's the best way to look at Prismatic Shard, right? Bash plus and Searing Blow plus, +4 specifically, get me through most one-on-one fights. Like, I'm not that scared of the Book of Stabbing. I'm not too scared of Gremlin Leader. I'm a little scared of the triple bandit fight, elite-wise. Especially if that's the Burning Elite, but even still, like, Immolate helps me a lot there. Whirlwind helps me. Offering Immolate Whirlwind might just win me that fight, especially since I still have this Strength Potion. Book of Stabbing, I have Flame Barrier, and again, like Flame Barrier, Disarm, Feel No Pain, and Bash Searing Blow, like, makes that fight essentially free. I'd have to get really, really bad draw luck for that fight to go poorly. Gremlin Leader, kind of the same deal. Little bit scarier, but Whirlwind helps me deal with the ads. Especially, again, if I have that Strength Potion still. Plus, thinking about it, Armaments Power Through just makes my deck a little too defensive, and it actually lets enemies set up more, which I think is what I'm more scared about. I think I have enough of a reason to take Prismatic Shard, where it's not actually the worst idea, especially with this. Do I ever upgrade? Because I still have a lot of these. And, like, the 8 block, it's never important, especially since it's still just worse than a Ghostly Armor. But it does help a little bit. The 9 damage is, like, actually useless. I still think I remove. And I think in this case it's a strike. Because I would rather potentially have more blocks. This is really bad draw. This is like the exact thing we've been trying to avoid. Damn. If I get a bottled thing, I probably do bottled Immolate to make it easier in these fights. I mean, I do this. I take as little damage as I can, but this is really bad. Oh, and I'm off by 2 damage to kill both. Do I ever use this Strength Potion? I really don't want to, but I think 6 damage isn't enough for me to worry about it, especially since I just heal back. But that is unlucky. Okay, we were talking about shivs earlier. That helps a lot with making Kunai proc more consistently. Alternatively, Bowling Bash helps specifically in the Gremlin Leader fight, which is probably actually the scariest one for me right now. It's never poison. It's either Blade Dance or Bowling Bash. I think realistically it's Blade Dance. Okay, Book of Stabbing. Probably the one we're the least scared of. It's a little scary just with that draw, but Bash, Blade Dance, Defend. Okay. Feel No Pain, Ghostly Armor, Offering. I have to use it. Searing Blow, Ghostly Armor. Amazing Flame Barrier pull. I just chuck a strike, I guess, up top. Okay, this is getting a bit scarier now. Because this is hitting me for 25. I block for 15, so I take 10, so I have 5 health left. I probably should have already used the strength potion by now. I'm losing vulnerable on it as well. Oh, I just die next turn. Right? I need to hope I get really lucky on this draw, and I did not. Dude, dang. I really thought that this was free. That's unfortunate. Book of Stabbing, I'm sorry I underestimated you. I think I got a bad first two turns draw-wise, but still. Okay. These are both really enticing. Let's see, any early shops? We got two. We also got a late shop. What about elites? Is there a 3 elite path? There is one, but that's avoiding. I guess I can take one of these early shops. Probably this one on the right. So I can take fight, question mark, shop, campfire, elite, campfire, chest, elite, campfire, elite. Or question mark elite, but realistically campfire elite, because getting upgrades, especially in Act 1, is very important. Just, do I want to spend 75 on this remove, potentially, if it's a really bad curse? For the opportunity at a potentially really good starting relic? I think I do. Pain, honestly, might not even need to be removed. I know that's crazy to say, but Pain sometimes can actually be a buff to your deck. It's very rare, but it can. Okay. Good draw. Swift Potion. Bloodletting. That was the card I was thinking about earlier. Solid enough. I do need draw, though. So, we're looking for draw and damage, I think. Draw Potion is nice, though, in the meantime. I believe I will get 2 attacks here, or can full block. Just take less damage. That's good for both draw and damage. Transform, probably a strike. Combust, not the best, but not the worst. That was probably not worth. Okay. Giria. Is Giria worth foregoing a remove? Probably not. Okay, let me think of what I can do here. Early demon form is fun, but I do have combust. So it's not that good. It's also extremely hard to get off. Sling of Courage makes the very elite heavy act we're going into nice. Sling of Courage, Twin Strike, remove, maybe? I think that's the line. I do get rid of Pain, because it will be a little too annoying to play around. Is it ever spot weakness as well? Because that gives me the ability to use Twin Strike more. If I upgrade Pommel, that gives me better draw as well. The only other thing I maybe should have thought more about was Horn Cleat, but I think I take that. And then here, it's almost certainly the Pommel Strike, right? Maybe Bloodletting, but Bloodletting Plus is only good with the Pommel upgraded. Okay. Use this. Let's start chipping you down as much as possible. Is it ever draw potion? I don't think so. Like, you almost certainly die this turn anyways. That literally does it. And then start working you down. I do need to be careful because I can lose a lot of health in this. Okay, 2 attacks does it. There we go. The boot's back. Power through. Is it ever worth? I don't think I take armaments. Armaments is good if you already have a decent enough deck. Is it ever a heal here, actually? Like, I don't do that. I don't do that. Bloodletting plus, maybe. Spot weakness, maybe. Power through, maybe. But I think I'm early enough in the act. 29 HP, depending on... I think both elites, I just get screwed, right? If I don't have enough health, I think I just have to heal here. Self-forming clay, that helps a lot. Probably means I don't need to do it again. I am going to use the draw potion here. Really solid turn 1 damage. I am going to spot weakness, because with Pommel Strike, I'm relatively certain I'll be able to get the kill. Yep. Gremlin Horn's really nice. Infernal Blade's funny, but it's not ever, like, amazing. Shrug It Off. Shrug It Off's a maybe. Helps just because of that extra draw. I definitely go this way and take the... Is it the Twin Strike or the Bloodletting? This is essentially like getting an extra 2 strength. Hi, Ollie. Can you not try and get directly in my face? Thank you. Twin Strike... How should I put this? Twin Strike upgraded means I'm dealing 18 damage in elite fights, which is really good, especially if I get vulnerable on them. Also, it helps with spot weakness, just, again, getting it a little bit more. Or is it just spot weakness, then? Because this does essentially the same thing. 1 spot weakness puts me at 9 damage for a Twin Strike. Technically more. Like, I don't think I need the extra block yet. Maybe I take the power through or shrug it off for my final one. Bloodletting's also still just really good. I think I take the bloodletting. I think I'm thinking too much right now. Take the combust. Start dealing damage. Self-forming clay is really good in this fight. Self-forming clay plus, whatever that thing is called. Combust is one of those synergies you kind of always forget exists until you get it. And then you remember that it's like kind of crazy. Okay, both of them die, so I'm not actually too worried. If I just draw... Yeah. Boom. Sundial's good, duplication's good. Corruption is interesting. Early corruption, 100%. Might be a little bit of a throw, but... power through, pommel... Definitely do this. Spot weakness, bash, strike. Okay, another shrug it off. Easy. Now that I have this, this corruption, it makes skills a lot more enticing to use. Spot weakness, pommel. Definitely bash and then just full block. Do I ever? I don't think so. I think I'm fine without doing that. Little annoying. But yeah, that just kills. Okay, fire breathing is a serious thing to consider now. Just because I am going to be generating wounds. But I don't think I need it yet. If this was Slime Boss, I would probably take it. Flex, decent if I get it before Corruption. A little bit worse after, but I can still wait to use it until I have mostly just attacks. So it's never like a bad card to grab. I think Armaments, though, upgraded. I think this just gives me everything I need now. Again, earlier when I didn't grab that Armaments, it was just because there wasn't anything that really went along with it. But now I kind of do have stuff that helps it a lot. Do I ever dupe potion here? On... No, I think I just pommel... Yeah. Dang. I was really hoping to not find corruption here, but it's actually probably for the better that I found it now. Do I use corruption this turn? I think I need my block cards a little bit longer, so I think I still stall a little bit. Taking one here to get to 6. Do that. I do need to be careful here simply because I am going to be struggling to input as much damage as I was in my earlier run. This helps a lot. Block. I don't use the pommel in case of corruption. Dang. I needed corruption, I think, this turn. I think I still hunt for it a little bit. Unlucky. Really unlucky. Do I ever energy potion bash? I think I have to hold my energy potion for next turn. I think I just armaments and make all my attacks better. And then... Bloodletting, Corruption, Twin Strike, Strike, Block. I take a lot of damage here. And now I just have to hope that I can do enough damage before I die. I definitely use Bash here. Okay. Okay, we get there. A little bit scary, but didn't have to use my potions. Reaper's really good. Reaper gives me a way of healing off the damage I likely take for using Corruption. Bludgeon's also really good because I am lacking big damage. Like, Spot Weakness is helping once I get it online with Twin Strike, but it's not fast enough. Bludgeon gives me a way to instantly deal big damage, and if I already have Corruption up, Bludgeon just kind of... It's not free, obviously, but depending on what this relic is as well. I'm already kind of, again, wanting a Snecko. But like all these want Snecko, it's never Juggernaut. It's really between these two. Reaper gives me better sustain, especially since I'm having Combust hurt me all the time. But Bludgeon, I think I need the damage that Bludgeon gives me. And there's the Snecko. Runic Cube's also something to consider, though. Mostly because of the bloodletting, but also because of Combust. But I think it's just gotta be Snecko, right? It's the only reason I'd have Runic is for draw, and Snecko is just draw and potentially gives me zero cost corruption. All of my skills are going to be zero cost regardless after. Like, yeah, sure, I can get screwed with my attacks, but Bludgeon is either the same cost or less. So I think it is worth. Let's check it out. A quad elite path. It is a little scary, but I can always pivot if I don't think I can take on the burning and still get 3 elites. Do I want question marks? I think I do. But my deck is... Do I think Bludgeon is enough damage now to try and look for things like Ritual Dagger? What are those? The intangibility cards. I can't think of what they're called. Like, getting a good early event right now probably just wins me the run, whether it's a Ritual Dagger, but that also kind of makes Bludgeon worse. What do I need? I feel like I need one more thing like Bloodletting or Seeing Red. I think cards are maybe a little too important to pass up on potential card finds. But I also think getting money for that shop is like insanely good. I don't even use the Combust. Yeah, would have just been waste. Okay, there's a second bloodletting. That actually makes me feel way better. This is also insanely good. Entrench is nice, but I don't have the cards needed to make it insane yet, so I am going to skip it probably. Is it just another Shrug It Off? Shrug It Off is like the best card to have with Corruption because it's just insanely good. You have to think of it as like a zero cost 8 block free draw, right? That's why Shrug It Off's insane. Especially if you get Dark Embrace, because then you're actually seeing more of your deck. And that's what I wish I saw here, would be a Dark Embrace or a Feel No Pain. But any of the attacks, Headbutt is a maybe, just because it lets me bring back Bludgeon. It's not Searing Blow. It's too late in the run already. I think it's just Shrug It Off, though. Right. I do have that remove coming up, and while I would like to get rid of a Striker defend, I think I take this. Dude. Oh my god. I wish I took that Entrench now. Oh my god. Never punished. Never punished. Dude, imagine. I was talking all that shit on like, oh, well, I need to see more cards, and oh, I don't take the Entrench because I don't have... It was Barricade. That was the card I was thinking of. I didn't have Barricade, so I didn't take the Entrench. Then it was, oh, well, do I take this Relic? Do I not? I think I am going to take it because I do have a remove coming up, at least one, potentially two removes coming up, and then just instantly rewarded for it. Question cards, interesting. Do I still want to see a lot of my deck? With only two more normal fights this act, it's actually probably not that good. I think I just straight up remove again. Removing strikes is more important now. Panache is interesting, but I think it makes me way too power reliant for a deck that's probably going to want other powers, especially later. Seeing red's okay. Unironically, this Flash of Steel's looking nice, mostly because of the boot. Unironically, gives me another free attack. No, because Snecko. I gotta remember I have Snecko, which makes me not want to take the bad low cost cards. This seeing red unironically though is still really good. Because of corruption and because of armaments. Because I can, even if it costs 3, I can make it cost 0 again. Maybe it was worth grabbing question card. That might have been a misplay. Regal Pillow, do I ever take you? I don't think so. I'm not too worried about damage. And do I take the homie? I will be shuffling my deck a lot, especially towards the end when I don't have a lot of skills left, which makes the homie way better in theory. I think realistically, though, I just don't even spend any more money, and I hope this other shop has potentially better stuff for me. Always insta corruption here. Focus down you, because you're the scariest of all these. I do take 14, which is a little scary, but nothing insane yet. Shrug it off. Maybe armaments here. Definitely kill you. Get rid of some of these defends. Okay. You're dead. I think I take the combust just to guarantee that this guy dies eventually. And now he guarantees dies next turn without me taking any more than one, and I don't even have to worry about that. Bottled Flame. Hi, Ollie. Hi. Bottled Flame is interesting, but before that, Never Perfected Strike. Sword Boomerang's interesting because of spot weakness and the other thingy I got. Because that means elite fights it's dealing 5 times 3, so 15. And then if I get a spot weakness off, it's dealing 9 times 3, so 27. And I can potentially get 2 spot weaknesses off if I use it before corruption. So a 27 potential AoE, potential focus card is really good. But it's not better than Bludgeon. It's barely better than Twin Strike. And, like, that's all I'm really using. But having one more, like, solid attack that scales with strength is good. Especially as I'm going to be looking to eliminate more of my strikes. Hi, Ollie. Yes. Here, I'll give you some rubs. While I think this over and I talk to myself. Twin Strike, I think really just means I don't need Sword Boomerang. Bottled Flame, though. What would I bottle? Bottle Bludgeon? Bottled Pommel? Bottled Pommel gives me what? Gives me more draw on turn 1, which is nice. But Bottled Bludgeon can give me a lot of potential early kills. Especially if I focus one down. Because it's never Bottled Boomerang. I don't even think I take that card. It's really between Pommel and Bludgeon. I think Pommel is better because of boss fights, where I want Bludgeon later. This might be a mistake, but I am going to go for the Burning Elite now. And then here I think it's a upgrade on Bludgeon just to make it deal that much more insane damage. Ooh, this is bad. I think Energy Potion, Bloodletting, Dupe, Kill You. Not pulling Corruption and having really bad defense for the rest of this is insanely bad luck. Also, no one to be able to use Spot Weakness on. Still unlucky. I can pull one more time safely. Okay, that's good. That makes me feel a bit better. That's a lot of damage. Potentially no attack here. Yep. Combust. Shrug it off just to pull this strike. Okay, definitely just kill you. Okay. Could have been a bad fight, but Kunai's good. Emerald Key's obviously, we wanted that. Do we take the Reaper now, or do we take a second Pommel? The Reaper's less important now, because I feel like I'm just not... Most fights I get done with quickly enough that Reaper stops being that good, especially with Bludgeon. I think a second Pommel, though, is good. Oddly Smooth Stone is always a good pickup. I do think I take that. Especially with Calipers. Dang, dude, these draws are just not it. I gotta hope for halfway decent draw here. Can't get a kill. I take a lot of damage here no matter what I do, so I think I prioritize taking the least amount of damage. I think I only take 4 here, right? Yeah. Okay. Boom. 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 Get rid of 1. What I really need is a bottled tornado. Bottled tornado gives me like the exact thing that I need right now. Which is just pulling corruption early. Never Anger. I do take the body slam because we're an entrench away from becoming, like, almost unstoppable. That's good. Halfway decent. Turn 1 draw. I do use this. It just gives me a lot of decent damage up front. Boom. Armaments. Anyway, I was really hoping I could find a way to kill this guy and set up combustion. What's my next turn looking like? I think I let it go because I still have 28 block. I can kill you now for free. Kill you for free. Use this. And just set up a lot of damage. Okay. I think I played that right. Singing Bull's so good. Because now, anytime that a card that isn't deck changing, I can just instantly say, nope. Armaments, power through, body slam, corruption, defend. I think I'm fine. I should have used the defend first, before the other thing, but okay. Get a little bit of block this turn. Doesn't actually matter. Maybe the worst turn to draw all my Shrug-It-Offs. Okay. That's okay. Boom, boom, boom. Spot weakness, boom. Okay. Ghostly armor is a maybe, but I don't think it's good enough. We go for this elite. Almost a scary combat, but still not out of the woods yet, but I feel like, yeah, okay. Pretty much just got the exact things that I needed to make this fight not scary at all. Take a little bit of damage is fine. Kill you for free. Bloodletting, shrug it off. Defend, defend. Okay. Second body slam. It is probably going to be our best damage card, especially if we get an entrench, but I don't think I want to go too all in on that yet. And one's enough, essentially. Boom, boom, boom. I think I just full block and hope I find corruption. That's bad. That's really bad draw, man. I'd go for the damage. Hope this next turn doesn't screw me. Dude, corruption. Thank you. I was almost awful. I don't use any more. I want to be able to, yeah, block on a turn like this. I use all of these now just so that I guarantee myself a little bit of block this turn. Armaments. Okay. Little scary there. Okay. I think I heal. Like, is there even a single upgrade that is meaningful that isn't maybe bloodletting or pommel? I don't even think I need this other pommel upgraded for at least a second. I think I need to heal just to make this fight way safer. Because as it stands, bad draw can still just screw me. Great combust, actually. That helps me deal with these guys. Okay, one of them definitely takes corruption, which sucks because it means it's going to be at the full amount. But might not actually matter. Okay, that gets me corruption. And that's all that matters. Corruption is online. Shrug it off. Bash, shrug it off. Strike. I take a little bit of damage here, which is fine. Okay. Is it ever worth going all in this turn to deal as much damage as possible? I think if this pommel manages to draw bash... Okay. Did not draw bash, so I think I just use my strikes. Okay. This fight's done, essentially. Still a small chance that it could go poorly, but... Yeah. Very, very, very unlikely to have lost that. Impervious is great, Exhume is great, another bludgeon, maybe a little too excessive. Impervious gives me, like, the block card, though, that I think I need if I get Entrench. No longer can Smith. Not terrible, honestly. Like, what other upgrades do I even need anymore? Armaments kind of has that on lock. I have to open another chest, so it's never cursed key. Calling bell. The bell itself is annoying, and the relics I get from it aren't good. I think it's always just fusion hammer. Okay, little scary, not gonna lie, that boss. Kind of terrifying. Can get another 4 elite path. Not really a lot of ways to go this act, so... I do this for the draw. Never punished. It's just too easy. That's why Body Slam's so good. I don't take the second one, though. Duplicate a card. Is it... I think it's just always Impervious, right? Yeah, it's just always duplicated Impervious. Have a lot of blocks still. Corruption, defend, shrug, impervious, kill you, and then do solid damage to you. Block more, you always die this turn. Boom. Distilled is great. Inflame, I think helps a little bit with the damage that I'm still lacking. But I'm really not, now that the double impervious and body slam kind of fixed my damage problem. And Inflame just also makes this boss stronger, so I think I don't take it. And that would have been the only thing I would have taken out of those 3 cards. Shrug. I don't use this Impervious right now. I throw this, I do damage to you. I just get a lot of damage down on a slime and full block. Okay, not the worst turn, all things considered. Could have been way worse. I just block for as much as I can. There we go. Okay. Armaments, bloodletting, corruption. Boom. Second body slam's not worth it because it's already upgraded. Again, I'm looking for an entrench. Always take that. Akabekko's nice. Winged boots is interesting this late in the run. It lets me get 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 elites. I think I take. Akabekko's nice. Just for that early damage and a remove. Bring back the body slam. I know I used like all my block cards there, but I think it's fine because again, I'm keeping a lot of it. There we go. And that's why. Whetstone's interesting. Unironically, though, I think it actually could mess up the body slam, but I think it's fine. Don't even get punished for it. Always campfire. Can't smith anymore, so we just take the key. So I should have thought about that maybe a little bit more. We aren't going to that shop. Instead, we want to take this. That. This. Then corruption. Shrug, defend, 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 impervious. Drink. 176 damage. Turn 1. And then defend, shrug. Shrug, Impervious. I use one Bloodletting here. A lot of good damage again. Pommel. Do I armaments here? Probably. Okay. I pull whatever it's called. Yeah. Ceramic fish. I mean, yeah, I'll take it. It's not good, but it's not gonna make my deck worse. Headbutt's interesting again. Because now that I have this body slam, this bloodletting, anything else, power through armaments, even these shrugs. Same with seeing red. I don't think I need them though. I don't want to put myself in a scenario where, okay, I have to take the key, which sucks because Sapphire Warpaint would have been nice. Begin to fall. Combust is nice, but it's not really doing anything anymore for me. Okay. Very scary potential fight right now, so... Okay, that's fine. Really, really hope for whatever it's called this turn. Unfortunate, but we aren't exhausting quite yet. Okay, there's the corruption. I use this bloodletting first and the armaments before I do this. I'm fine losing one Shrug It Off right now. And I bludgeon, do a ton of damage. These body slam draws are really bad. Okay. Scary turn. We take 10, that's fine. Hope for enough damage to kill. And we get there. Paper Frog, that's really good. Nah. Okay, we take this elite. This is a bad draw. Hope for something to make this less bad. That's something. Do this first, then corruption, spot weakness, shrug, defend. Probably just bash for now. Get the vulnerable set up to make potential future turns way better. Okay, that's good. Okay, little... Sucks a little bit to not get Body Slam on that previous turn, but still fine. We do 205 damage. Vajra, sure. Demon form, you're really not needed. Sentinel's good, though. Okay, always go to the elite. Get the quick kill. Get another kill. Okay. Sitting at 33. really hope for corruption. Still don't hit. Corruption. Still don't hit. Okay, my next turn isn't terrible, though. Play these just to build up my block still. Okay. Yeah, this just wins, right? Meat on the bone's nice, strength potions, whatever. More max HP. Oh no. Oh no, guys, I don't know which way to go. The transient, okay. You're really not that scary, I don't think. I am gonna use this, though, just to give myself a little bit better of a next turn. Or of future turns, I guess, more so. I'm actually gonna hold on to that defend. If I don't need to use my defensive cards here, I'm gonna try and not use them. Just because it makes these later, like, actual scary turns safer. Okay, scariest possible turn, and we are fine. Blood potion's nice. Okay, we go into this with 99 HP. First fight is versus Awakened one. Okay. Defend, pommel, bloodletting, shrug, shrug, defend. Dang, dude, I wish this was my upgraded one. Or I wish I had one more strength. Because I really don't want to pop this flex potion. I'd much rather use this flex potion with Twin Strike. I'm gonna do it. That's the worst outcome. We might just lose. Straight up, we might just lose off that. Okay, that's a good bludgeon. Good spot weakness. Dude, these corruption pulls were fine still for now, but these good draws are not going to keep lasting. Unfortunate bludgeon pull, but that one wasn't too bad. Actually, this is going insanely well right now. Still insane to have not gotten corruption there, but if I get corruption at a low enough cost here. Okay. Easy fight. Oh my god. Don't. Okay. Weird fight. Who do I actually focus here? I feel like I focus down Donu because I feel like the longer this fight goes, the less resources I'll have. It's also the same reason why I'm not going to burn my impervious this turn. I'll just take 11. Okay, that's good. I think this fight, I definitely do want to use that early and just focus down Donu. I do have the blood potion. If I have to use it, I have to use it. Okay. Okay. Okay, that was really good to have gotten out that turn. I think if I don't get terrible draw luck, I'm pretty free. Yeah, I should never lose this. There we go. Okay, the problem's now going to be the heart. We at least get to the final act, which is cool. I rest because I can't do anything else. Yo, wait, unironically, there is tech to grabbing this. Realistically, though, it's probably just ice cream field opaque. Disarm also would have been really good to grab, but I think Feel No Pain is better. Especially if I pull it instantly. Holy. Two total gain block. This fight can go bad, so. Oh, I totally screwed myself. It's way more damage than I wanted to take, and I only took it because I was not paying attention. Okay, I can't hope on. Okay. Okay. Could have been way worse than it was. Mercury Hourglass isn't really that useful. Limit Break is better than Inflame, but we take the Infernal Blade because it's funny. That's a really good opening turn for damage. Now we hope for Corruption. Unfortunate. We take a lot of damage here, but that's fine. Because it means this turn we block almost for full. I do definitely exhaust there. Is scary, though. I think I lose this, but barely. I think I just get rid of this bloodletting. Do I even survive? If I draw Impervious, I do. Never punished. I still don't think we do enough damage in time, though. Because, like, all my block cards are gone now. Yeah. We can't do enough damage. Not in time. Oh well. It was a good try. We got to the final boss, which is insanely hard to do, A20. Disarm might have been the play. Probably actually was better than Feel No Pain. Definitely better than Infernal Blade. Wait, no, I didn't even get the Infernal Blade there. Ice Cream and Feel No Pain might have been throwing. Probably would have been better to do Feel No Pain, Disarm. Check what the colorless cards were again. But, I mean, still. I feel like this was a run that easily could have gotten out of hand, but I got a little lucky at some parts. And that let me build a very fun deck. Very rare that I feel like I get to use a bludgeoned corruption deck with Snecko. Like, Snecko could have screwed me over so many times with putting corruption at the bottom and having insanely high cost cards, but the body slam kind of was starting to come in clutch. But yeah, that was a fun run. I'm now also very, very, very tired. So that's going to do it for me tonight. One good run, I think, is worth. So, yeah. Peace.